How's it going, YouTube and my future self? Welcome back to the Lab TCG. My name is Will, and today we're going to be talking about purchasing from a distributor. More specifically, this is going to be talking about my experience with Brilliant Stars, and not only the timing of when I got information about that order, allocations, how much I pre-ordered, and then we're going to go ahead and break down the profit on it. Everything from shipping costs to credit card fees and packaging materials. So it's going to be a all-encompassed what does purchasing from a distributor look like when you get your allocations, and then the final sale and kind of all the work that went into getting all of those orders out. So before we jump into that topic, I do want to say huge thank you to everyone that has subscribed to this YouTube channel in the past month, and of course when I started the channel up to now. The growth over the past month has been absolutely insane. I know you guys like the distribution content a lot, so this is tying back into that concept. I'm going to go ahead and talk more about distribution. If you ever have any questions about distribution, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll do my best to respond to them or make videos about them. But overall, I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys for all the support, all the subscribers, the followers, and the comments, anything like that. Your support means a ton to me, and so many nice comments. With that being said, thanks so much. Let's go ahead and jump into this topic. So, first I want to talk about the timing of this. I really want to kind of give a better understanding of how distribution works, because not many people know about it. So, Brilliant Stars released on February 25th. I received information about this set in December. I don't remember exactly when, I couldn't find the email, but essentially when a set is coming up or a product is coming up, your sales rep that you're put in contact with will email you and say, hey, here's the product list of all the stuff we have: booster boxes, ETBs, blisters, battle stadiums, build and battle kits, whatever. How much do you want? Put in the pre-order. Here's how much it costs per item. Here's the MSRP, all that stuff. And for a while, they were doing pre-allocated stuff, but then once all the supply kind of hit the market and the market kind of cooled off, they went back to go ahead and submit how much you'd like to order. So I found this out about in December. I put about $5,000 worth of product on pre-order. This was going to be 36 booster boxes, 20 ETBs, a case of build and battle stadiums, and 2 cases of build and battle kits. There's some other stuff that I ordered on there, but the total order was about $5,000. And that was placed in December. At this point, I don't really even remember what Brilliant Stars was comprised of. I think I just knew it was a set focused around Arceus and like the V-Star mechanic. I can't quite remember if I knew it was going to be the character cards, but I did have kind of an intuition that the set was going to be hot. In January 14th, so a couple weeks later, I received the final allocations for my Brilliant Stars order. And that email comprised of Wave 1 launch distribution numbers for booster boxes, ETBs, and then later releases on build and battle kits and battle stadiums. Now, because I'm not a brick and mortar store, the build and battle kits and the build and battle stadiums are releasing this week, actually. So you would think you'd get them in advance, but you actually are getting them later. And that was just my experience. But that huge order kind of got cut down to a couple $1,000s, more like two and a half. And that comprised of 18 booster boxes and 10 elite trainer boxes. So the 28 total items is what I was going to be getting on set released, which is February 25th, and I knew that information in January. So once I got the confirmed allocation, I went ahead and posted all of that information on my website at the time, which was through Square Online. And Danny Phantom actually shouted out my channel. I was talking to him a little bit, and he asked me about how much I was selling booster boxes for. And I got this huge influx of customers. So without really doing a whole lot of marketing or anything, all of my pre-orders got sold out. And around this time, booster boxes, I think, were selling on TCGPlayer for $120, $130, and I had priced them at $110. And later in the video, we're going to go ahead and get down into all the nitty-gritty costs and what I sold them for versus what I purchased them for. But I just wanted to set the scene for what it looked like leading up to it. So everything had sold out basically in January, and then it was just waiting game of when the stuff ships and, whatnot. So about 2 days before everything shipped, my payment method was charged for the amount of all the product, and that was about $1,800. That also included a different product that I'm not going to include in any of these calculations, but the Brilliant Stars alone was about $1,700 something. So then I got all the product about 2 days before set release and was able to get everything packaged up and shipped out on the set release date of February 25th. So as you can see, I knew about this set way in advance, put pre-orders in for it, got allocated, and then set release came and I was able to get everything out. So that's kind of what it's like ordering from a distributor. Lots of email communication. You could also do phone call, but it's important to keep a good relationship with your sales rep because they're going to be that main person of contact. And if anything goes wrong, you can reach out to them and let them know. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into all the numbers. We got a nice Excel sheet to look at. It's not super formatted nice, but let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so here's the Excel sheet. I didn't make it too pretty, and I can see that it's being cut off a little bit over there at the top, so I'll go ahead and shrink that down a little bit. There we go. So I'll go ahead and go over all of these numbers. So my actual cost on booster boxes is $81, and my actual cost on Elite Trainer boxes is $25. Now, with this order, and the reason that these prices are more than what I just said, is because I was charged a handling fee of $5, a credit card fee of $35.14, a residential fee of $4, for a total of $44.14. Now, this order did include a case of the stackable tins, so I went ahead and excluded that from this order. But if you break down this cost by the 28 items, it comes to about $1.50 or so per item. Excuse me. So I went ahead and just added that to the total cost. So with those costs, the total cost for this order on my part was $1,752.24. I sold booster boxes for $110, so under market at the time. I figured that $110 with free shipping was fine, and then I also had some orders that were, if they're under $100, you would pay for shipping. So $110 per box, and then MSRP on the Elite Trainer boxes. And then, as I mentioned earlier, 18 booster boxes, 10 ETBs. Total sale price of the booster boxes, $1,980, and total sale price on the Elite Trainer boxes, $399.9. Now, go ahead and ignore these numbers over here, but this would have been profit if it was just straight up cost versus total sale price. Of course, that is not how things are calculated. So it's a little organized a little strange, but over here we have the credit card fee. Now, this is for Square. The same thing applies for Shopify if you were doing it that way, but this is what I was charged. And the credit card fee on Square was 2.9% of the transaction plus 30 cents. So I believe there were 18 transactions that I actually processed. So that is that number right there, which is going to be the 2.9% times the total sale price, and then plus 18 at 30 cents each. So 74 and 41 in processing fees. Then shipping costs. This is all of the shipping costs just in labels that I paid. I had a lot of orders going to California. I live in Maryland on the East Coast, so it is pretty expensive to ship over there. The average cost per order was about $11, but the total price was $177.96. Then down here on supplies, we got bubble mailers at 38 cents each. All this information is in a different video on the supplies list. But 38 cents a bubble mailer. I assume 28 because I individually wrapped each item in the bubble mailers. Boxes, 8x8x8. I don't remember the exact amount of 8x8x8s and 8x6x4s that I used, so I just went ahead and split it down the... Actually, this is not right. It should be 9 each because there were 18 orders, 9 boxes each. So, sorry about that. We went ahead and cut that down the middle, 9 each. And the total cost on shipping materials is $20.09. Now, this doesn't include business cards, packing paper, or anything like that, but we can add that somewhere else. So this means, with all that considered, sale price of $2,379.90 with a cost of $1,752.24. Total fees just on the order of $44.14. Total shipping costs of about $200 and credit card fee $748 or $774. Then $20.90 in packaging materials. This brings our total profit to $354.38, which on a cost of $1,752 is a 20% ROI. So this kind of shows you all the numbers behind what a distribution set release looks like. Think about it, if you were charging $99 a box, this number would significantly decrease. And additionally, eBay, if you were to do all this, this is assuming a 15% eBay fee instead of the 2.9% plus 30 cents, you'd be at a 4% return on investment. So the 20% is not bad. It took me about 3 hours to do all of that work, and coming out with 354 bucks, that's about $100 something an hour. So if you look at it that way, it's not that bad. But that's a lot of money to put up front, and then 20% ROI. So if you were doing like $10,000, you would be making $2,000, but it would also take more time to process all that stuff. But then, as you can see, if you're doing this on eBay with a distribution model, you're not making a whole lot. Now, of course, these figures would change if I was charging $144 a box, but I don't really think that's how the business should be ran. Most of the time, boxes only sell for $100, $110. But you can change all these numbers. I just wanted to showcase what my Brilliant Stars set release was like. And then, like I mentioned, the build and battle kits and some of the other stuff will be coming out soon. So that was just a quick overview of what it's like to order from a distributor for the Brilliant Stars release. I'm going to go ahead and include some footage of me boxing up some of the products, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. How's it going, YouTube and my future self? Welcome back to the Lab TCG. My name is Will, and today is the Brilliant Stars experience. We're going to go ahead and show you some of the documentation of me fulfilling all the Brilliant Stars orders that I have to get out, some of the boxes, kind of the shipping process, packaging, all that stuff. And it's just going to be a nice little cinematic video. Go ahead and take what you will. If you have any comments about what I'm doing, go ahead and leave them below. And if you ordered from my store for Brilliant Stars, thank you so much. And I hope that you enjoy your product. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so we are done with the Brilliant Stars packaging. Took about 2-3 hours. First time doing a really big release like this. Lots of work, actually. It's fun, though. packaging boxes, taping stuff, doing all that, making sure everything's secure. I definitely went overboard on the packaging for this one around, but I care a lot more about the boxes getting to the customer safely compared to like cheaping out and doing bubble mailers. So there's probably a few ways I could have done this a little bit better. I'll go ahead and make a video running over the costs and financials at a different time, but as you can see, we got tons of boxes. Brilliant stars, brilliant stars, brilliant stars. So I'll go ahead and cover some of the stuff that I learned, some of the takeaways from this. Of course, all this stuff was purchased from distributors and wholesale, and then just I posted on my site, and Danny Phantom gave a shout out. So I think a lot of the customer base that bought these came from there. So if you enjoyed this little cinematic, subscribe, comment, like. Thanks for the support. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and if you want to see more Pokemon business content, stay tuned for more.